because I'm like, I'm on a deadline. Shit's gotta get done.
Take 7.
Ideas come to me, then man, I'm so excited. Start working on multiple things, and now I'm so divided, but I just wanna finish what I've started. Hey. Yeah. People are asking me, where is what I promised? Perfectionist on everything. If I'm being honest, I just haven't finished what I've started. There's so much on my mind. I'm running out of time. I just wanna finish what I started. Hi guys. What's up, y'all? As you may know, I'm a singer-songwriter. I am finishing up my upcoming EP called Here Now, and I thought what better time to do this video, child, than now, because when you're finishing something, it's like little things that just need to be done, but it seems like it takes the most work. But I had been experiencing creative blocks, and I thought that, hey, let me share this and maybe it can help somebody else and give somebody else insight to why they're feeling the way they're feeling. When you have an idea, it's an intimate experience, right? It's you and the idea when you first start. It's the inspiration and the excitement about what could be. And then when you start to go along this journey, whether you're talking to other people about what you want to do or not, it seems like you get visited and you get more company along this journey in the form of thoughts. And thoughts of judgment, thoughts of what are people going to say, what are people going to do, or maybe even thoughts of comparison. Just extra thoughts to where it's no longer just you and the idea. It's you, the idea, your mama, your cousin, Instagram. Anytime we start to consider what other people are doing, would think, or even their judgments about what we're doing or who we are, you're gonna hit a block. I had to step away from my keyboard. I had to step away from my keyboard and just do nothing. And that felt so wrong, because I'm like, I'm on a deadline. Shit's gotta get done. When you feel that resistance, sometimes it is you struggling to get focused and you do just need to hone in. But sometimes, and I've noticed this creatively, an idea has its own identity. It's a thing. So sometimes when you're having resistance with something you're trying to create, it's telling you no. It's saying, no, you don't need that. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes, and I got that today. I gotta know, like, you keep bumping up against this wall because it doesn't need this. It doesn't need it. That's why it's not working. And so when I surrendered to that, like, okay, well, maybe I just won't put that in there. Then I could see, like, oh, I guess it doesn't need it. So some of the pushback I was experiencing was the idea trying to communicate with me, saying, hey, you're doing too much. Don't forget why you started, what you wanted to do, and keep the idea as intimate as you can between you and the idea. I know we love to share our ideas, and in some cases we have to because we have teams and stuff, but always just try to bring it back between you and what you're doing, because when you start to incorporate too many other voices, those voices turn into thoughts, and now you're torn, whereas before it was just you and the idea. Now you spread out, right? And it feels harder to do what was once easy. And then the last thing I would say is just trust the simple part, or the simple instructions that's coming to you. You may not be blocked at all. You may be getting guidance, but you don't trust it because it's too simple, and you don't think it's enough, you know? And I've done that before. was freaking out because I'm like, God, I'm praying. What do I do? Like, I need more. I need to do this. And whole time I was finished. I did that in college once. You had this big research paper due, and I was so nervous because my teacher, he didn't play that, and he also thought very highly of me, so I didn't want to let him down. And I was nervous that my paper wasn't good enough because he didn't play that. You can't just fill his paper with your opinion. He wanted complete research, 15 to 20 pages, I think, full of just research, not your opinion. And so I was so nervous that it wasn't enough, and I wasn't sleeping. The paper was due the next day. I was freaking out, and child, whole time it was more than enough. I got an A. But I didn't think that what I had already done was enough, because it was too, I don't want to say it was easy, but it was available. I still thought that I needed to still scratch and try and do more. And so you may not be blocked. You may be done. That's another thing. You may not be blocked at all. You may be done. You may be done. That's so exciting. Like, just saying that felt like a breakthrough for me. You may not be blocked. You may be done. You may be done. Because one thing I noticed when I'm creating, I'm working on something, it's like the idea keeps evolving and evolving, especially if you've been working on it too long and you should have been released it. It's going to keep evolving the longer you have it, right? And so sometimes you're like, man, I'm experiencing blocks because what you've been working on has evolved so many times, especially if you're writing a book. Oh man, you could say I'm doing 7 chapters turn to 12. Next thing you know, it's 15 chapters. And then you're like, oh, I should have put this in there. So it's so easy for it to keep growing and growing and growing and growing. I mean, it's an idea. So it has limitless potential. So whereas you may be saying, I'm stuck, baby girl, sugar pie, honey bun, sir, young man, you may be done. You may be done. And the blocks that you're experiencing is your idea saying, that's enough. That's it. We're done here. You don't just fill us up, ship us out, child. It's it. That's it. We're done. Let us be read. Child, you keep keeping these pages, and you're going to end up writing your whole life, and nobody will have the book because you had it since 93. So the block may be coming because you are entertaining thoughts of the outside world when it's just supposed to be an intimate experience with you and the idea. You may be experiencing creative blocks because you're done. Or I was saying, I guess I'll give you this last one. You may be experiencing creative blocks because you need a break. Creativity it's a God energy. All energy is God because God is energy. But creativity it's funny. It's not something you can't just milk the thing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when we find ourselves in a creative spot, we try to get everything done. We're like, whoo, let me get as much done as I can while I'm in this spot or while I'm feeling it. And I ain't gonna lie, I do that. I try to milk it for everything I can because some days I don't feel it. But you may be in that space where the creativity has been flowing. But for balance, you need to do something completely different. You may need to have a Netflix night. You know what I'm saying? You just may need to go outside. You know, you may need a break. The idea may not be speaking. It's just like God, right? Like we'll be praying, like, I ain't heard nothing, God. I'm praying for a sign. I don't know, I haven't heard from you. It may not be time to hear anything next because right now nothing's happening. Right now it just needs to simmer, because you don't know what's going to evoke your next creative inspiration. So say for instance it's Monday and you like, okay, I said I was gonna get everything done this week. It's Monday. I ain't got no inspiration, but maybe what's gonna trigger this new inspiration won't happen till Wednesday at 2:32. You know what I mean? So we be freaking out because ain't nothing happened on Monday, ain't nothing happened on Tuesday. You ain't got to Wednesday at 2:32 at McDonald's ordering a large Coke. You haven't been there yet. And when you get there. The way that the person who's taking your order says something is going to make you laugh. And then when you get to the window, they're going to be like, hey girl, how you doing? And then the way that they say that is going to evoke a character for your book, or it's going to put you in such a high energy that it creates, it sparks something. You get what I'm saying? You get my point? My point is this. I wish we could create creative energy, but it don't work like that. It comes when it comes, it flows, that faucet comes, and when it comes, we just feel like God. You just feel like, this is amazing. And it feels just as amazingly worse. That's not even grammatically correct, but so what? It feels just as sucky when you're trying to force creativity to happen. Now, I'm not opposed to your daily practice. You should still practice. But I'm talking about when you're looking for that magic to happen every time. It's not wise, because it has its own mind, and it visits you when it comes. It's its own thing. And so you got to be okay with that. Still practice every day. But in terms of that creative presence, you got to let it come and go. It's a relationship. You can't be controlling. Just know it'll come back to you when it's ready, right? So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, y'all. I just wanted to share that. Let me know if this helped you. I hope it does. If somebody else you know y'all need to hear, go on and send on the video. Say, listen, she was talking about exactly what you be complaining about. Send it to them and tell them don't beat themselves up. Trust the process. Even more than that, respect the process, okay? Happy creating to all y'all. I can't wait to see what you come up with. All right, see y'all soon.
There's so much on my mind. I'm running out of time.